Well, just we got outplayed. I mean, I thought they did a nice job of really, we had an opportunity in the third inning to put up a run, and we'd lead off double, and we don't execute. We had a couple poor at bats, and then they took advantage of our, we didn't play catch, and we made some mistakes on the mound, and they did a good job of taking advantage of it.
How disappointing is it after you play so well, it seemed like
Yeah.
this weekend, to come and just have not a complete game for you?
No, it was disappointing. I mean, we thought, build off that weekend, and it just goes to show you, it's a new game, it's a new day, and I think we took a step in the right direction this past weekend, and certainly today I think we didn't play very well and took a step back, so we got to we practice tomorrow and have an exhibition game and practice again on Thursday, and we just have to control what we can and get better in practice and get better the following day.
Your offense prides itself on getting the timely hit.
Yeah.
But tonight you guys didn't do that with some runners in scoring position. What do you guys have to do better in that regard?
Well, I mean, we got to realize what's being done to us. I thought McGrath did a good job. I mean, he threw some good four spots and good changeup, and we just never made adjustments. I mean, you have to make adjustments in this game, and I think they did a better job of adjusting, and they were winning more innings than we were. I mean, I think they won 4 innings or 5 innings, and I mean, you're going to win a lot of games in college baseball if you do that, and so they were the better team tonight. They really were, and I think we have to execute better and make sure that we use the field. We have runner on third with 1 out, and we have a bat at bat and runner on second, and we don't execute, and so a lot of really poor baseball, really.
And when you talked about facing McGrath, were you surprised at all that you guys ended up getting him? He's usually their Saturday guy.
No, I mean, we knew I think he pitched a couple innings on Saturday. It must have been a rain deal or something. So we knew yesterday we were getting him, and we knew he was in the rotation. But it's not really about who you're getting and all that. It's just more about getting better. And today we didn't.
Chatterton was held up at third on Carroll's single.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys need to be more aggressive on the base?
Well, he had a terrible jump. I mean, that's kind of one of the things I'm talking about is he didn't know where the outfielder was. So if he would have, if coach would have sent him, he would have been thrown out by 80 feet, maybe 70 feet. Terrible jump, and we tell him terrible jump, don't go. But if he got a good jump and he knew where the outfielder was playing, I think you would have to certainly send him, and he would have. So. Those are the types of things that we weren't very good at, is attention to detail, and like I said, you got to give Loyola credit.
Do you feel like this is something that you're going to have to battle through on Tuesdays, as far as having to use the entire bullpen, that type of thing?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, we like Grant. I mean, Grant's going to be pretty good. He's a freshman. There's glimmers of him going to be very good. Good breaking ball, good fastball. I mean, it wasn't really, his doing tonight, I think, that unraveled this thing, really. I mean, we didn't make a couple plays, and we didn't throw a couple guys out, and, there's a lot of things that added up to it. But, I mean, we've been very, very successful on Tuesdays for a long time, and we think we're going to be successful, again this year. It's just that, we've just been outplayed really the last two Tuesdays.
Can you compare him to Cody last year? I mean, Cody sometimes would be brilliant for you. Sometimes you pull him out really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I think Cody was has bigger stuff. I mean, he has bigger stuff than Grant. But Grant's 88 to 90 with a good curveball and much improved change. So, I think, Grant's going to keep on getting the ball. We do like him. It just there's a learning curve, and I think the good thing about it is he's thrown against a lot of West Coast teams and West Coast Conference teams and Big West teams, and those they'll test you, and he's getting tested right now, and he's not making a lot of mistakes, but the mistakes that he's making, they're making him pay. you know, I mean, winning or losing, you know, on Tuesday doesn't change a whole lot in terms of preparation for the weekend, but it does set the tone. And that's what like I said, we've been very successful on Tuesdays because that's a good way of setting the tone for the week. But having lost 2 Tuesdays in a row, you know, you got to kind of redirect your thoughts a little bit and your energy and make sure you're focusing on the right things. And, you know, we'll get after this. We'll get after the weekend like we did last weekend.
I'm curious, Coach, does it make it more difficult when you have to face 3 different opponents in a weekend as far as preparation and stuff going into a weekend?
It's funny, yes. You know, I think we had 10 different scouting reports, you know, in 10 straight games. So yeah, it's a little, you know, a little more difficult. You know, you're looking at a lot of different hitters for a game, and you know, we don't like that. We really don't like tournaments a whole lot because of that reason. We rather get into 3-game series, you know, but. You know, we're looking forward to playing Pepperdine in Houston, of course, USC. So, you know, it's a bunch of different looks, but, you know, we rather certainly, I think most teams would, you know, rather just get into a 3-game series and play the same team. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, last weekend, you know, it was very good for us. So, you know, I guess it depends, you know, how you handle it.
And the Sunday's game being at SC and the rivalry with them, does that add anything special to Sunday's game?
Not necessarily. I mean, you know, we're in the early stages of, you know, identifying what we need to do as a team, and you've seen some peaks and some valleys, you know. I mean, and you've seen some, you know, some tough times. So, you know, they're playing very good. I knew they were going to be better, and you know, you got to give them credit, but you know, we still got, you know, Pepperdine before them, and a very good Houston team that's coming in with a bunch of good arms on Saturday, and I think it'll be a good tournament for Southern California.